Of course, 100% record, haven't conceded a goal in the group stages yet, which is fantastic to see, really, that both teams have been doing so well. But I guess this really today is going to be the toughest test for both of them.
Yeah, this will definitely be a test, you know, especially for, I think, for Austria too, you know, to meet a side like Germany that doesn't concede many goals means that they don't concede space that easily, and that's going to be their challenge, is how to break down this German 4-3-3 and be effective when they get those moments in the final third to create on them.
Well, there will now be a silence for the former German captain and Hamburg legend Uwe Seeler, who very sadly passed away at the age of 85. So a moment of reflection there for the German captain and Hamburg legend Uwe Seeler, runner-up in the World Cup in 1966, played 72 times for Germany, over 470 appearances as well for Hamburg, over 400 goals, real legend in German football. So the German team all wearing black armbands today in memory of him. We are almost ready to get going at Brentford Community Stadium. It's Austria who will get us underway. Austria in their red shirts and white shorts as the two teams take the knee. To continue that message, there is no room for racism, and it's met with a huge round of applause around the stadium. And the countdown to kick-off is beginning. There have been occasions where it's already kicked off before the countdown is finished, but I'm pretty sure Rebecca Welsh is ready to blow a whistle as the countdown goes down, and we are underway in what will be a huge game for both teams. Austria kicking from right to left in this quarter-final. Germany in their white shirts and black shorts. Both Germany and Austria have tasted the success of knockout football. Tonight, though, there can be only one winner, and the winners of this quarter-final will face France or the Netherlands in that semi-final in Milton Keynes on the 27th of July. But straight away, it's Germany who've got the attack on here. Hoot's trying to get through to make a block, but it was a red wall really stood in the way. It wasn't letting Sonja Hoot get in, and that was the first real attack on goal from Germany.
Yeah, positive start from Germany, already dynamic and playing forward early, trying to affect this Austrian back line.
Well, they've got it back here. Germany with Clara Buhl playing on the left side of the front three for Germany. They're doing really well, actually, to try and get this into the box. Buhl just getting cornered away, and they've been able to hold on to it, Germany, and it was at the back with Feli Rauch, who was one of the 4 changes that Martina Voss-Tecklenburg has made, as we see the Germany coach on our screens in front of us. She is a manager who has had to deal with a couple of changes, 2 players out suspended for their last game, but she will be pleased that she has her big names back in the squad. And with that, I'll take you through the Germany team. In goal, Merle Froms, a back 4 of Gwyn, Hendrik, Hegering and Rauch, midfield 3, Magul, Oberdorf and Darbritz, and then up front for Germany, Hoot, Pop and Buhl. And it will definitely be big encouragement for Germany, Anita, the fact that they have those big players like Felicitas Rauch back in the side.
Yeah, of course, for Germany it's important to have their big players back in, you know, experienced players, know how to handle moments, especially when they don't necessarily have momentum. Helps the team get reset and into their style of play.
Well, it's a throw-in on the far side for Germany in the Austrian half, and already Austria coming under quite a bit of pressure by Germany in the opening 2 minutes or so. It hasn't really been out of their own half as of yet, but they've got the ball back, Austria. And with that, I'll take you through the Austrian team. Zinsberger in goal. Back 4 of Rinreuter, Benninger, Georgieva and Hanschel. As you can probably spot, the captain, Victoria Schneiderbeck, not in that usual centre-back position. She's on the bench today, having a couple of problems with her knee. Midfield three of Zadrazil, Puntigam and Feiersinger, and then up front for Austria, Hickelsberger, Fuller, Dunst, and then right on her own, Nicole Bieler, who will play as that lone striker. And that is a position that we've seen her play pretty much the whole tournament. It has worked for them so far, but is the games like this against a German side where perhaps you need a little bit more support up front?
Yeah, absolutely. Already in this game, Germany are squeezing this Austrian midfield and forcing them into their half, and they're finding it quite challenging to get out of their half at the moment. And Bieler is up there alone. She needs her teammates to get up quickly and support her.
Well, just had a collision between the two players at the back. Marina Hegering is one of them that's down for Germany and will need some treatment. I think it was the challenge from Zadrazil that came in, perhaps a knee into a stomach, which is why Marina Hegering is still down getting the treatment. And it did look like quite an intense challenge. Both players just absolutely going for the ball there.
Yeah, I think in this occasion, it might have been a case of just getting winded. You know, she left her foot in there a little bit and it caught her in the stomach on the German defender, Hegering.
Yeah, it was quite a high jump there from Sarah Zadrazil, who collided with Marina Hegering, who, by the way, is on a yellow card. Marina Hegering, so if she gets another one today, she will miss the semi-final if Germany are to progress. So that will be a big miss if so. I'm sure, though, the Germany head coach Martina Voss-Tecklenburg has thought all about that. Maybe one of the changes that she might make in the second half if it's needed. But it's Germany who have the ball in control at the back, just playing around with each other. A little bit of a loose pass though, and it was able to be brought on by Hickelsberger Fuller on the right side of the German half. She's keeping control of this, but they've been able to deal with it well, and perhaps just a lack of concentration there from Germany at the back.
This is the first good spell for Austria. You know, you've got to sniff out those mistakes from the German back line with a loose pass there, and they're able to pounce and try and assert some pressure on this German defence.
Well, it's Laura Wienreuter with the throw-in for Austria, looking to try and play it further up the field. She's got in the way as well because Ralph was trying to get it away. Wienreuter wasn't letting her through. Germany have it back though, and they're just trying to play themselves out of this corner where they're being pegged in by Austria in the German half on the far side. Plenty of German fans in that corner though. That is where the majority of the German fans are. It's actually where we are sat. Can only really see the German fans because I think the Austria fans are right directly below us, so we can hear them a lot, but we can see the German fans.
Exactly, and I think the German fans are obviously going to be here boosting their team on, giving them lots of energy, cheering and chanting throughout the match.
5 minutes gone, Germany 0, Austria 0 here on 5 Live in this quarter-final matchup at Euro 22. What a couple of games we've got coming up as well. This game, and then of course tomorrow and Saturday as well. Saturday, Netherlands against France. That will be a tasty tie. Tomorrow, Sweden against Belgium as well. Looking forward to those. We had a fantastic first quarter-final, England against Spain. England victorious in that one, but it's Germany against Austria here, and it's Germany who have control of the ball. They're just trying to create some space and opening, but Austria doing well to put the pressure on them, but they've got a little bit opening up now. Julia Gwyn is charging this ball down. Gwyn finds a bit of space for Hoocher to get it onto the edge of the area. Back out it goes to Darbritz, who plays it through to Gwyn as well. She's just trying to get the ball into the box, but she can't do it. She's being really well closed down by Dunst, and they get themselves a corner kick, the first corner of the match.
Yeah, Barbara Dunst does extremely well there as Germany progressed up the pitch in the mid-third into the attacking third and created a 3v2 in the fullback, and Dunst is able to recover and get that block away, giving away that corner to Germany.
So corner kick to Germany, and the corner will be taken by Rauch, the left back for Germany, who was one of the 4 changes for the German side, as she swings the ball in, and it's quickly grasped into the hands of Manuela Zinsberger, the Arsenal goalkeeper, who is such a passionate player as well. When we were watching her in the national anthems, when she does the team talks, when they're all around in the huddle, she is such a passionate player, and she knows exactly what she wants, and she knows exactly what kind of players she's coming up against tonight.
And you see that in the post-game presses as well, when she's in there getting the team dancing and cheering after their results, which is great to see, the team unity as well.
It's Georgieva who's on the ball at the back for Austria, the centre-back who replaces Victoria Schneiderbeck, who is on the bench for Austria. There's just the one change since their last match, and of course that last match sending them through to this quarter-final, that win over Norway. And now it's an opportunity for Puntigam to try and charge forward for Austria, but it's picked up by Rauch, and Rauch loses the ball out. Now here's a chance for Austria to create some space. It was a bit of a mishap at the back in the end, but Austria with a shot. And what an opportunity that was for Hickelsberger Fuller, because again, Germany, a lack of concentration perhaps, and Austria were trying to play on top of that. Rauch losing out on the ball, and Hickelsberger Fuller in acres of space.
Well, that initially came from a counter press in their defensive third, Germany, and Austria were able to pounce and find Hickelsberger Fuller, who does a little bit of quality individual play to try and get her shot off.
And Germany have it back, but they've given it straight back to Puntigam, who is that holding midfield role for Austria, but Germany back in possession again, and now the ball forward, trying to find Hoot on this right side for Germany, going up against Georgieva, does really well to get the ball into the box, leaves it there. Oh, what a shot that came in as well from Alex Popp. She just couldn't get it on target, but it was right in front of goal, just away from the penalty spot, and she couldn't find the target. But what an opportunity for Germany.
Another fantastic opportunity the other end with Hoot, who does really well 1v1 on the right hand side to get that cross into the box, and I think it was Bull who was able to find Alexandra Popp, who gets the shot off. Positive start from both sides.
Well, Alexandra Popp, who has already scored in every single group stage game this tournament, 3 goals to her name. And what a moment she is having in this Euro 22 after having injuries in pretty much all of the major tournaments. She also had an injury just before this one, was just about fit to play, and she is hitting her stride in this tournament. Who's got a player down? I think that might be Nicole Bieler for Austria, just colliding at the back there with Oberdorf. High leg from Oberdorf.
Yeah, Oberdorf, I think she goes to find the ball but actually finds Bieler's face. Clearly a foul, and the referee has made an easy decision.
Well, we can see the shots now of the Austria head coach Verena Fuhrmann, just 41 years old, was the assistant actually to Dominik Thalhammer, who was the former Austrian head coach when they got all the way to the semi-finals of Euro 2017. And ball over the top for Hanshaw to try and control in the German half, and now it's Austria who've got themselves a corner. Came off the leg of Julia Gwynn from Germany. And really, we've had end-to-end action already, both teams having chances of their own. And now it's Germany who will have to try and defend this corner kick coming in from Austria on the left side. Corner comes in, swinged in as well. It's headed straight out by Rauch. It will be picked up by Hanshaw, who's got some space to give it to Wienreuter. And it's all quite comfortable at the moment for Austria after coming under quite a bit of early pressure from Germany in the opening 5 minutes or so. Game has just started to settle down.
Yeah, it's great to see, Peen, that both sides are staying true to themselves. You know, Austria haven't tried to change how they're playing. They got the fullbacks quite in high positions and trying to get players forward.
Well, ball over the top from Puntigam was looking to release Barbara Dunst, who was the player in space. Of course, Nicole Bieler is usually just on that lone striker role, but she has got the help of Barbara Dunst and Julia Hickelsberger Fuller alongside her to help her out. But it's Dunst who's trying to get the ball back at the top, putting the pressure on the defenders of Germany, but they're doing really well actually to play it out here. And Gwynn, as I said that, just as I said that, gave the ball away to Dunst, and now it's Dunst on the left side to try and get a bit of space here for Austria. Swings the ball into the box and it's headed away by Fili Rauch, and it's another corner to Austria.
Austria just applying some more pressure now to this German back line. Really positive play down the left-hand side flank here. When Dunst gets inside, Zadrazil is in the box, and a clearance from Germany.
0-0. 12 minutes gone. We're at Brentford Community Stadium. Former England international Anita Asante alongside me. And it's a second corner to Austria. It will be Verena Hanshaw to take this on the far side. for Austria. Both teams looking to get away early. Austria with their own spell of pressure this time. It's Hanshaw with the corner kick in. He's headed forward, and that is a very, very good header. How close was that from Dunst, who just about got it on target? I think it might have come off the woodwork.
Yeah, comes off the post, left-hand post for Austria. I think Germany are going to be critical of their defending in the box here, because she has so much time. She has a free header in the box with no contact.
It was Marina Georgieva who was the change for Austria with the header. And it's another corner. Corner comes in, still not cleared away by Germany. Back out it goes, and eventually it's Oberdorf who can clear that away for the German side. But that was probably the best chance of the game so far.
Another fantastic opportunity for Austria to try and capitalise, and Dunst being at the heart of these attacks at the moment as well.
And back out to Wienreuter, Arsenal's Laura Wienreuter, who's playing out from the right side, switching it to the left side to Hanshaw, who's looking to play that into space and just capitalise on early signs of encouragement for Austria, who've so far had the better of the chances in this first half. Only 14 minutes gone, still goalless, but you can sense the level of how high this level of football is already between the two teams. Only met twice before in friendly games. This is the first competitive match that both Germany and Austria have played against each other, which is quite surprising considering they are neighbouring countries. A little bit more like a derby, but they will take it in their stride. And Hickelsberger-Fuller's got the ball back on the far side, just stays on her feet as she has the two German defenders just clouding her through. And it goes out for a goal kick.
You can really sense that Austria have a lot of belief in the way that they're playing, and they're being really positive. The quality of their passing has been good. That ball from Wienreuter from right to left, crossfield pass, was absolute delight. Puts her teammate in a positive position in Germany's defensive third.
Well, I just saw a replay of that Marina Georgieva header that she had, and it was so close for her as well. Never scored for Austria before, and what a time that would be to do it as well, to get your first goal for the national team. Hickelsberger-Fuller does really well to hold on to this, but the foul comes in as Wienreuter was just making that overlapping run. It was a foul on Hickelsberger-Fuller. He just goes down holding a leg, and it was spotted by the referee Rebecca Welsh.
Yeah, looked a sore one there. I think the German left winger caught her late there with that challenge. Rauch just coming in, trying to go for the ball, but just catches her on the ankle.
So it's a free kick. It's just about halfway into Germany's half on the far side, and it will be quite a long-range effort to try and get this into the box for Austria. It's Hanshaw who takes it. It's a good delivery as well, looking for that far post, and they had to clear it away, Germany, and it was last gasp defending really, because I don't think anyone expected it to go that far.
What's so impressive is the quality of this delivery from Hanshaw, from right to left. The way she swings that in-swinger into the box makes it really difficult for the German defenders to attack it and try and get it away. Unfortunately, an Austrian player wasn't able to capitalise in that moment.
Well, it's a throw-in from Hanshaw on this near left side for Austria. Ball into the area, but it's quickly booted away by Henrich. Georgieva with the challenge, but it was a clean one by the referee, and she's got it at the back here for Austria, and they're just playing them out. And at the moment, Austria are the team on top.
Feels like Austria at their physicality and aggression is getting to the German players, who are starting to flail around on the floor a little bit here, looking for the referee to give them decisions.
Well, it's Alex Popp who went down, but nothing too much in that from Marina Georgieva from Austria. And Austria have the ball back as well. Feiersinger looking to play it forward, but it's intercepted by Rauch, who's playing it down this left side for Germany.
The intensity of this game is immense. You can just see every single Austrian player not allowing the German players to come out of the defensive third with the ball.
We'll throw in come in, but it's quickly headed away, and looking to find a pacey run there of Svenja Hoots for Germany on this right side. She's trying to put it into the box. It was an overlapping run from Pop, but she's left it, but Hoot lets it go out. I think that's a corner to Germany. It is. Last touch came off Georgieva.
Yeah, Hoot just dancing over the ball there with a few step overs, trying to feint and get away from this Austrian defence. Just isn't able to get that last touch and the cross in.
Well, it looks pretty much full inside this stadium, Brentford Community Stadium. Of course, they do have those colourful seats, which make it look like there's a lot more people, but there are pretty much everyone available. There was no more tickets left to buy for this match. Truly now prepares to take this corner on the near side for Germany. Delivery goes in, headed away and up by Georgieva, and it will be another corner to Germany.
Yeah, good defensive header from the Austrians there, just to get the ball away from the box.
Well, they've taken the corner kick quickly. It's punched away by Zinsberger, who stays down. There's a foul in the box there on Zinsberger. The referee spotted it, and it was. And perhaps just a block there from Hegering onto Zinsberger. Zinsberger punched it away. I don't really see too much in there.
No, I don't think there was much in it, but what I did enjoy about that was Zinsberger commanding her box. You're making it easy for her defenders as well, but just coming to try and claim the ball.
Well, if there's one player that's difficult to get goals past, it's Manuela Zinsberger. 13 Women's Super League clean sheets last season, the most in the division, as Germany again just trying to get an opportunity in on goal. Nina McGull this time was coming in on that left side, just trying to cut it through. They've got themselves another corner kick. It really has been end-to-end stuff. We haven't really had much action in the middle of the field. It's either been in Germany's box or it's been in Austria's box.
Yeah, at the moment it's quite transitional, but in a good way. It's exciting end-to-end stuff. Both teams really going for it.
So the corner from McGull for Germany, headed out by Georgieva. Georgieva again with the rebound to head it out. She has been quite vital in that centre-back position for Austria so far. But Germany have it back on the left side as they try to cut it through. Darbovic just being tripped up there on the left side. Austria looking to come forward now. It's Hickelsberger Fuller, who has the space on the right side, looking to release Nicole Bieler, but she hasn't got that much pace. And in the end, it was easy enough for Katrin Hendrick, the centre-back of Germany, just to play it back to her keeper, Melle Froms.
Hickelsberger Fuller is such a powerful runner with the ball, and I actually think she chose the wrong option. She tried to find a right-sided forward there instead of Zadra Zil, who was running in through the middle.
Just gone 20 minutes on the clock. Still goalless here in the quarter-final of Euro 22. We've got the little graphic on our screen that says that Germany have had 57% possession. But still, though, Austria with the best chance of the first half with that Georgieva header that just couldn't quite find the back of the net. It did find the post, though, and probably had a lot of German hearts beating quite hard when that happened.
It's the first warning shot that Germany had early on in the game, and I think they realise now they're really in for a game against Austria.
Is there a sense of when you play a team that you... Well, Austria weren't really talked about as favourites of this competition. Germany up there with one of the best teams in the world, especially when you look at their world rankings as well. Germany ranked 5th in the world, and then you've got the 21st ranking of Austria. So there is quite a clear gap between the two. But from what we've seen in the opening 21 minutes, it's goalless. Austria are taking this game to Germany.
Yeah, when you look at the game, it seems as though these rankings don't even matter. You know, Austria really taking the game to Germany, and I think actually the pressure and expectation is on Germany against a lower ranked side, and that they'll be expected to go ahead and try and push on and get a goal early.
Well, the ball is at the back with the German goalkeeper, Melle Froms, the #1 choice goalkeeper. Germany are without Almut Schult, though, who is ill. So they've just named the one keeper today on the bench, which Ann-Katrin Berger, the Chelsea goalkeeper. And now Svenja Hoots on this right side for Germany, looking to release Alex Pop, but she wasn't able to get there. And whilst we have a little bit of a break as the ball is at the back with Manuela Zinsberger, let's take a look and hear how the cricket is getting on and speak to Emily Windsor.
Hello, yes, South Africa are 111 for 9. They finished their T20 overs. Wolvart top scored with 55. Catherine Brunt with 4 wickets. The England legend doing well back in a red shirt. South Africa are going to have to do well to defend this. But very excited to see England's new opening pair, Danny Wyatt, who's done it for a while, but she'll be joined by Sophia Dunkley to commence this chase. But England right on top. South Africa 111 for 9, and we'll get on underway with the chase shortly.
Thank you very much, Emily. Emily's at Chelmsford. We will be keeping you up to date as England take on South Africa in the first women's T20. And whilst we've got the ball with Germany at the back, who are looking to play it forward. And actually, this is a bit of space, so we will be checking in with the rugby in just a second. But first of all, let's bring in this, because Huda's got the ball in space. Wasn't able to do anything with that, in fact, and Georgieva was able to anticipate what she was going to do there and play it back to her goalkeeper. And whilst we do, let's head over to Matt Newsom, who's watching these Rhinos against Wigan Warriors in the Super League.
Yeah, Leeds Rhinos women absolutely blew Wigan away, and it looked as though it might be the opposite kind of scoreline in this men's game. Very much not the case. Leeds have been buoyed clearly by their female counterparts. A raucous crowd here at Headingley, and have made their early breakthrough. Liam Sutcliffe finishing off a chip kick to the corner. James Bentley went through on a great line to give lift off to Headingley. Wigan haven't looked particularly sharp. They've looked a little bit clunky, but they have scored a try. Jay Field jumping out of acting half, very traditional style, taking on the Leeds defence at pace, fizzed the pass out to Bevan French, and he put the ball down. So Wigan were the last side to score in this one, but at the moment it's Leeds on top. Leeds 12, Wigan 6.
Thank you very much, Matt. Keep you up to date with those rugby scores and the cricket scores as well throughout. But here we go. It is Germany against Austria, and it's an opportunity for Germany. Left away, and there is the opening goal. Lena McGull for Germany has opened the scoring, and they've been cut apart here, Austria, because that just seemed too easy. It was left alone by Svenja Hood in the centre of the box, and Lena McGull with a fabulous strike into the back of the net. And that is the opening that Germany wanted. They were under pressure from some early Austria chances, but they've taken a big chance that they needed. It's Germany 1, Austria 0.
Well, talk about Germany clinicalness. This was a moment where Veninger gets caught on the ball and is bullied a little bit by Bull, who's able to wrestle that ball from her on the left-hand flank and square a pass into the box for a quality finish from McGull. But I think the problem from Austria started with Zinsberger's initial clearance. I think she played it short and was hesitant, and that ball was pinched around the mid-third, allowing Germany to counter-attack on this Austrian defence.
Well, it was a brilliant goal from Lena McGull, who's already scored in the 4-0 win against Denmark, has now scored her second goal at Euro 22. It's her 21st goal for Germany, and what a time to do it as well. 26 minutes on the clock. Germany 1, Austria 0, and that is exactly what Germany would have wanted, because really the pressure has been on both sides. It could have gone either way, but as you said, Anita, just a bit of clinical finishing, and that was a fabulous strike as well. Although it looked easy to the eye, that is a difficult strike to hit.
Well, it was a difficult strike because every single player in that transition had to make a good and quality decision, and that's what they did. Bull didn't hesitate. She drove into the box with the ball and managed to pick out her teammate, who was able to finish the ball into the back of the net comfortably.
So Germany lead here on 5 Live. We are watching the Euro 22 quarter-finals. As Austria looked to respond straight away with Hanshaw. It was quite an effort from distance on the left side as she just saw the goalkeeper Merle Froms off her line, and now we see the screen. The Austrian head coach Helena Fuhrmann with her hands on her hips. Intensive thoughts for her, because she will now be thinking about how her side can respond, and it's important for them to not feel too disheartened. Only 27 minutes played in this game. Germany with the 4 attempts, Austria with the 2. Still very much even.
It just shows you at this level, Peen, that small mistakes are costly, and it started with that goal kick clearance that was short, and Germany were able to intercept and start their attack from there.
Rauch finds the ball through to Darbritz, looking to play it on to Hoot, who's got the ball into the box here for Germany. She's got to try and get around Georgieva, who has been a real wall for Austria at the back, not really letting any of the German players get through. Oberdorf finds the pass through to Bull. Out it goes again, and they've not been able to do anything with this Germany. The flag was up anyway, so it wouldn't have counted.
Good to see it on the replay here now. Ball goes out wide to Hoot, who tries to deliver the ball in, but German players all standing off in an offside position.
So the ball is with Manuela Zinsberger, who will take this kick for Austria. And one of the things that Germany have been able to do is find their way into games, get more comfortable as the game grows on. Have you been seeing that?
Yes, but it also helps to get a goal behind you, and that settles that pressure and allows people to suddenly feel more confident, and they'll start to build more and trust themselves more as well.
Now Hanshaw with the throw in Germany's half, and it will be a corner to Austria. It just came off the leg of Darbritz, who tried to block it, and as it did, it went out for an Austrian corner. So a bit more defending now for Germany to do, and it's an opportunity for Austria to try and respond. Almost half an hour on the clock. Germany 1, Austria 0. That goal from Lena Magul breaking the deadlock as Dunst sends the corner in for Austria. Back out it goes to Puntigam. Couldn't quite get the strike away on the edge of the area, and it's back out by Germany. Just tried to create a bit of space, but Austria doing well just to close them down. And now they've got it back with Georgieva, who plays it comfortably back to a keeper, Zinsberger, who is all the way out of her area and out of a box. And they have a bit of time here, Austria. Germany not putting too much pressure on them at the back at the moment. Hendrik with the ball at the back, playing it away. Dunst holding on to it, and now Puntingham for Austria. Couldn't get it through. And a foul there on Oberdorf from Puntingham. A little bit of frustration perhaps from Puntingham as she was trying to find the space pass, but Oberdorf wasn't letting her through, and the foul came in.
Yeah, Oberdorf just is able to coast by Puntigam in that moment, and she got frustrated and pulled her back by the arm, which takes her down to the ground, and referee Rebecca Welsh is able to call the foul.
Then Oberdorf, 20 years old, one of the 4 changes as well in the German side today, actually became Germany's youngest ever World Cup player when she made 4 appearances at the 2019 World Cup. Quite incredible really for a player of her age, but she has been a really important player actually for Wolfsburg this season. They won the domestic double. Actually lots of players in the Austrian team will know a lot of these German players as well, which I guess is why they probably enjoy playing against each other, because a lot of the players on this pitch know how each other play. Exactly,
this is a contest as well for many club teammates and opposition teammates, an opportunity for them to go toe to toe and compete.
Well, Gwyn with the ball forward on that right side. It was headed out by Hanshaw on the halfway line, right in front of the German head coach Martina Voss-Tecklenburg, who just gives her players a thumbs up. She's happy with what she's seeing so far. So Gwyn with the throw-in for Germany, just waiting to find a bit of space, and as she does so, she finds Oberdorf, and it was blocked straight away by Zadrazil as it was coming in. Wasn't trying to let Germany have any space on that right hand side, because I guess that's also where they have been so dangerous, Germany, on those wide areas when you've got the likes of Hoot and Bull, and then Pop, who just waits in the middle, just waiting to be that goal poacher that she is.
Yeah, and you can see with the German forward line that they are rotating between the front 3. Sometimes Hoot pops out on the left, Pop in the middle or on the right, and any time that ball is on the left side and they can break on that counter, they're looking for that diagonal switch into space behind this Austrian defence.
Well, the ball is on the left side in the German half right, close to the centre circle, with Hegering back to Rauch on the left side, trying to play it forward to Darbritz, who's getting involved, and goes down Clara Bull. And it will be an Austrian free kick, because there was a challenge from Bull onto Winreuter. Winreuter tried to win the ball back. Clara Bull just placing her body perhaps in front of the ball, not letting Wienreuter get there.
Yeah, and now Austria have free kick and they played it out to Zinsberger. Gorgieva taking a risky chance there.
Well, it was risky because they've got it back, Germany, and they're going to be allowed to play on here. Clara Ball with the ball at her feet. Leaves it here for Gwyn. Gwyn takes the shot and straight into the hands of Zinsberger. Just lack of concentration for Austria, and they almost took advantage there, Germany.
Yeah, Wenninger, the right centre-back, wasn't sure whether she wanted to deliver that ball long or play short, ended up playing short, and then Gorgieva trying to dribble out of the defensive third, played herself into trouble.
Now Zinsberger with the ball out to Gorgieva, who almost caused herself and Austria a bit more trouble with that poor pass. And now it's Germany who have the ball just over the halfway line as Darbritz, who is actually quite a difficult player to follow, Sarah Darbritz, because she's all over that midfield position. She can play left, she can play right, she can play the centre. But now it's Austria who've got a bit of space opening up here. Hickelsberger-Fuller on the right-hand side. Bühler is asking for it right in front of goal. Hickelsberger-Fuller goes all the way through and it gets blocked out, but it's picked up again by Zadrazil. Back on that right side, looking to cut it inside the box, but she's being pulled out. Hickelsberger-Fuller has it inside the area. Magul couldn't quite get the block in, but in the end it was well blocked by Hegering. Back out to Wienreuter, and now Hanshaw has it on the edge of the box. Hanshaw with a cross in, but headed away and sent out by Hegering. Germany have it forward. Now they can try and come forward as well. Clara Ball couldn't keep hold of that ball. Austria just seemed to just be in two minds about whether they were going to take a shot or pass it through, and perhaps that gave Germany a little bit of time to play it away.
Yeah, Hickelsberger-Fuller found herself in a positive position in the 18-yard box and just hesitated, I think. She wanted to get it on her left foot initially and get the shot off, and took that extra touch, allowed the German defence to regroup and swarm her off the ball.
Well, whilst Hickelsberger-Fuller was having that ball on the right-hand side, Nicole Bühler was absolutely screaming for it on the penalty spot. She was in quite a bit of space, but you only get a couple of chances to do that. She didn't have long when she had that space, and Hickelsberger-Fuller was just weaving away through, just trying to play it away from those German players. In the end, Germany able to deal with it well. Austria still have the chance on attack here. Zadrazil comes sliding in, just trying to get a little bit more momentum in that Austrian side, but it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, and the rain's starting to come down now a little bit now, so it's going to make the pitch a little bit more slicker. We're going to see some of these challenges coming in hard, and the ball's going to move quicker, and hopefully Austria will find a way to get into these final third positions and capitalise.
35 minutes gone here on 5 Live. Germany 1, Austria 0 at Euro 22 quarter-finals. It has been quite the exciting game already. We've had chances at both ends. Germany, the one who was able to take it, thanks to Lena Magul. And the ball's at the back. Hendrik, a little bit of a soft pass really, and they've had to recover from that. Germany at the back. Hendrik will be thanking her colleagues on the pitch that she's able to have the ball back to her feet now on this right side. Just crosses over the halfway line. Katrin Hendrik, and goes back to a centre-back pairing of Marina Hegering and now Felicitas Rauch. Well, it's Germany who have had the most passes completed to Austria, and they'll be pleased so far with what they've created. Here's an opportunity for Gwyn, who's found herself in a bit of space. Plays it out to Hoot on the edge of the box, who's looking to cross it in. Pop was there, as is Bull. Tries to hold it down, still not cleared away by Austria. Ball still into the box, and in the end, well defended, and it's been given as a free kick anyway to Austria on Hickelsberger-Fuller.
Such a dangerous delivery here on the right-hand side from Hoot, who finds herself with a bit of space and just elects to whip that ball across the 6-yard box. Unable to find Bull, but great defending from Austria just to clear their lines.
Oh, Wienreuter, as she tried to clear it, and it went up instead of away, which perhaps just gave Germany a little bit more of a chance. But we've got to stop the play here, because I think Nicole Bühler and Hickelsberger-Fuller, the two Austrian players who are down. Hickelsberger-Fuller is back up on her feet, but Bühler still down. Looks to be in quite a bit of pain, holding a right shin. as she starts to get treatment now. And how do you think Austria need to get back into this game? Because it has been what we've seen in terms of play, quite an even game, but it's Germany who've taken the lead and they've taken their chances when they've had them.
Yeah, I don't think Austria have done much wrong, Pete. I think they've had a good game plan coming into this game. They've been really front-footed and aggressive. It's just finding that quality in the final third and obviously limiting those mistakes in and around their defensive third. You know, that can't be indecisive in those areas, making good decisions, and they'll steadily grow back into the game.
Well, the good news for Austria, Nicole Bühler is just making her way off the pitch. She's walking, so that's a good sign, and she's got her treatment. So plenty of exciting quarterfinals coming up on 5 Live. One happening tomorrow night from 7. You can find out who England's semi-final opponents will be. 5 Live has all the build-up and commentary. Sweden against Belgium. What a game that will be. Sweden, of course, the highest ranked side in the competition against Belgium, the runners-up in Group D. Then 7 o'clock on Saturday night, the last of the quarterfinals. Another exciting clash between France and the Netherlands. That will be whoever this winner will be in the semi-final. So Germany or Austria will play either France or Netherlands in the semi-finals next week at Milton Keynes. It's Germany who have the ball in their possession. Nice little back heel from Magul looking for Gwyn. It didn't quite work out, and it's over the top by Zabrasil, who just had to make sure she was getting it away from danger, and Germany have got themselves a corner kick.
That was some clever play from Germany in and around Austria's 18-yard box between Magul and Gwyn. I think that's what they need to do, you know, these clever 1-2s, break this Austrian defensive shape.
So Rauch with the corner on this near right side for Germany. And the fans and the flags start waving and they start clapping just to encourage their team on. Rauch with the corner kick delivery, left-footed in and just headed over, and it'll be a goal kick. It came off Darbritz.
Definitely looked like a set piece from the training ground, just trying to deliver into that near post area. Darbritz isn't able to redirect the ball onto the goal.
1-0 Germany lead. 5 minutes to go until half-time. We'll find out how much time will be added on, although I don't expect too much. We haven't had too many breaks in play really in this first half. The ball is back to the feet of Germany. Now trying to make her way through. It was an important block by Wenninger. And now Austria have been able to come away, but Wienreuter making sure that Germany don't get through again, as she just pushes that ball out of play. And Magul just holding the back of her right thigh. And there's one player you don't want to miss out on. Nina Magul scored the opening goal for Germany here.
She's definitely a player, one to watch. Such an influential player for her team in Germany, Bayern Munich.
Henrich with the ball for Germany at the back, looking to play it across to Clara Bull, who was waiting on that left side, couldn't quite find it though, and now Pop has it. And she tries to do something clever, just play it over the top there of Hanshaw, but there was no white shirts waiting in the box to collect that, and in the end Zinsberger holds it into her hands as Pop just puts a little bit of pressure on there to make sure that she's still watching. And it has been good to see it. Big footballer like Alex Pop just come into the stride, but here's an opening chance for Austria. Well, it was a quick run in from Hickelsberger Fuller. They've got it back with Puntigan halfway into Germany's half. He couldn't get the strike away though, Puntigan. It was blocked straight away by the German defenders. And now Hoot trying to play it through to Pop. Pop does well to keep hold of this. Now ball over the top, looking for Svenja Hoot. She's got a bit of space to run into here. Svenja Hoot keeps going here for Germany. Hoot with the cross. She took the strike, and it was a fantastic save by Zinsberger, who just stopped it with her legs. Svenja Hoot had acres of space to keep on running all the way from the halfway line. Nobody stopped her.
Real end-to-end stuff here now. Hoot on the right-hand side, dribbling into the 18-yard box. And what she does so well, she takes the extra touch and she's waiting for the goalkeeper to make a move and tries to get a shot off on the near post. Zinsberg with an incredible save.
And she had to get down low, Zinsberger, to stop that shot coming in with her knees. And now Germany with the corner. Ralph. 3 minutes to go until half-time. Ralph with the corner in, left-footed. In it goes, headed down as well by Gwyn, who just couldn't find the target. Should be disappointed with that, really.
Well, Austria will have to be mindful here. This is twice off a corner that Germany have made first contacts in the box. They got to get the defenders a bit tighter to them, try and put them off.
I'm just watching that Svenja Huth shot again. What a save that was from Zinsberger. And Tina Voss-Tecklenburg saw that as well, and she couldn't believe that didn't go in. It was great bit of play from Germany, but that is exactly the person that you need in goal if you're Austria. Manuela Zinsberger, a huge save.
A great save and good technique. She gets low and down really early, is able to get that block with her feet.
Well, Germany had it in their possession again. Rauch on the left side, looking to switch the play across to Hoot, and she taken down there by Hanshaw. The referee says yes. Rebecca Welsh, as she goes into a pocket, and that will be Verena Hanshaw on a yellow card as she took down Svenja Huth, who was making a pacey run, perhaps a little bit of frustration as well, because it looked like Hanshaw had it into her control. But Hoot, who's so quick down the wings, as she made the challenge. Hanshaw, well, much in there for you?
No, but I think it's a foul just for the simple fact that Hanshaw has the heavy touch. Then she realises Hoot's got in front of her and got her body across her, and her momentum and that body contact just takes her down.
So free kick then for Germany, about 20 yards away from the penalty area. On this right-hand side, it will be Rauch to take this, and in the end it went straight into the hands of Zinsberger. Not sure if that was actually supposed to be a shot or not, as the ball goes up. 2 minutes added on here in the first half.
I don't think that was her intended execution, shall we say.
Well, either way, it was easy enough for Manuela Zinsberger, who just drops the ball to the floor. She kicks it further up the field, looking for... The three players have been waiting for it for Austria, but Germany have it back in their possession. This is a fast run here from McGull, who's looking to cut it inside, but she finds Bull on the outside, puts it into the box, and Bull with a shot which was wasted in the end.
You could see Bull only had one thing in her mind there. Great dribbling skill from McGull, quick close ball control. Bull goes from out to in, tries to bend that shot towards goal, but it's blasted over the bar.
So Austria have it at the back, and it is Wanninger who is the captain today for Austria. Schneiderbeck, who is on the bench. And the referee's just stopped. What's she given here?
Is it possible encroachment in the box?
Yeah, they're going to take it again. Manuela Zinsberger back to Georgieva. And now, instead of Wanninger, it will be Georgieva who will take this. For Austria, we'll go again. Hopp will make sure that she keeps her distance. Flipped on. In the back, and now Austria couldn't quite do anything with that. Really, the last 10 minutes or so, Austria really haven't shown much.
I think Austria were lucky there that the German players were offside in this situation. They kind of are playing into their hands a little bit here from their build-up play.
Well, with that goes the half-time whistle. We've had chances at both ends. We've had an exciting first half as well. Austria had plenty of chances in the opening 10 minutes or so, and as did Germany. It was end-to-end stuff, but it was Germany who were able to take the opportunity, thanks to Lena McGull, who took it in the first half to break the deadlock. And what a strike it was as well. It was a lovely bit of play on the left-hand side for Germany, and Lena McGull was there just to slot it home and break the deadlock. Half-time score then, plenty more to come in the second half, I'm sure. Germany 1, Austria 0.
Ian Muhlenstein there, Anita Asante alongside her. Anita, you were saying in the commentary that Austria haven't really done that much wrong, apart from that defending and giving Germany that chance.
Yeah, I think they started brightly and they put lots of pressure on this German team, and actually Germany were having to defend a lot in their half in the early moments of the game. They're just missing that final, bit of quality in the final third, and also decision making.
And Jen, we saw against England how tricky Austria can be, but have you noticed anything different in this game that has impressed you?
It's been a completely different game to what I expected, to be honest. I think Austria, like what Anita's just said there, they're much more on the front foot, making Germany think more in their own third, which I think we didn't see that against England. They were much more on the back foot and kind of were quite happy to sit in a block, but they've taken the game to Germany and it's been much more open. But I'd be curious to see how much longer they can sustain that going into the second half.
Well, we're going to find out in the second half in around about 14 or so minutes here on 5 Live. Germany leading Austria in the second quarter-final of the Women's Euros by 1-0. Germany, by the way, have scored in the first half in each of their last 7 games at the UEFA Women's Euros, and that's the longest such run in the competition's history. Commentary then, as I say, the second half to come between Germany and Austria here on 5 Live Sports shortly. But at 8:51, let's get the latest news now with Sophie Yardley.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Rishi Sunak claims he flew back from a government trip last December to prevent a new national COVID lockdown. The former Chancellor's given his first interview since reaching the final 2 of the Conservative leadership contest. Speaking to Andrew Marr on LBC, he said he'd do better than his rival Liz Truss in a general election.
Well, I think if you look at all the polling evidence that we have and you see what that says, it's pretty clear that I am the person that is best placed to defeat Keir Starmer in the next election.
The former nanny of Princes William and Harry says she's disappointed legal action was needed to disprove claims that she'd had an affair with the Prince of Wales and an abortion. The BBC's apologised to Alexandra Pettifer, who used to be known as Tiggy, and agreed to pay her substantial damages. The High Court heard the allegations were used to secure the 1995 Panorama interview with Princess Diana. A pensioner who killed his terminally ill wife has called for assisted dying to be legalised. The judge at Manchester Crown Court accepted that Graham Mansfield took Diane Mansfield's life in a suicide pact last year after she was given weeks to live. He was convicted of manslaughter and given a suspended sentence. The head of the inquiry into the coronavirus pandemic's promising it'll take place as speedily as possible. Lady Hallett says the first hearings will start in September. Cut price meals and free entertainment are being offered by major supermarkets and retailers to help people with the cost of living. Under the government scheme, there'll be free or discounted meals and children's tickets to London theatres. Claire Roach from Money Saving Central's been looking at some of the offers.
Kids eat for £1 all day, every day, with no adult spend. So, if you haven't got much money, you can go and get your child or children, because it's not just for one, a hot meal for £1 in any Asda cafe.
Amber Heard's appealing the defamation case she lost to Johnny Depp. She was ordered to pay him millions of dollars after saying she was a victim of domestic abuse in a newspaper article in 2018.
On BBC iPlayer.
Ambulance of us that says the patient breathing.
Gable, is that you?
Do I know you?
One phone call changes everything.
I am so done with secrets.
I know who it is.
Who?
The caller.
A new 3-part drama.
What is wrong with you, boy?
They're coming for you, and they won't stop until they get upstairs.
I don't want this in my room. I don't want anything to do with it.
The Control Room.
What would you do for me, Gable?
Watch all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
Second half then of Germany against Austria to come. It's a pretty tight affair at the Brentford Community Stadium in the second quarter-final of the Women's Euros. I'm Juliette Farrington. This is 5 Live Sport. We're here through until 10:30 tonight. Germany beating Austria 1-0 as it stands. We're going to check in, though, on the latest sports action elsewhere, because Leeds Rhinos in the Rugby League are taking on the Wigan Warriors, and Matt Newsom is watching this one at Headingley Stadium, Matt.
Yeah, well, my career as a soothsayer is in tatters, because I gave Wigan the big build-up for this one, saying that they're kind of attacking triumvirate of Cust and and Field and French were going to cause Leeds all sorts of problems. It's been anything but that tonight in front of a really raucous Headingley crowd. Leeds came flying out of the blocks and they have taken Wigan apart. They've scored 4 tries in this first half. Liam Sutcliffe, James Bentley, Reece Martin and Cameron Smith all going across. Just one in reply from Wigan. The one time they got it right between Bevan French and Jay Field, they got to try down the right hand side, but otherwise it's been one-way traffic. It's a blue and amber night so far here at Headingley, and they lead by 24 points to 6.
And Matt, just to remind you what you also said, that was the fans of the Wigan Warriors, they'd be dancing in the rain.
Yeah, well, to be honest, the rain hasn't even come either, so I really am failing here.
You're quite lucky there, aren't you?
Exactly. There was no money on it, thankfully, so yeah, there we go.
Oh, brilliant stuff, Matt. Enjoy the night at Headingley. Let's move on to the cricket, because England women need 82 runs to win from 15.4 overs in their T20 against South Africa. Some transfer news tonight, surprisingly for some people. Nottingham Forest have announced that they've signed the former Manchester United midfielder Jesse Lingard on a free transfer. Now, the deal is understood to be for 1 year. It's their 11th signing of the summer. We can talk now to Adam Rathall from the 1865 Nottingham Forest podcast. Hello there, Adam.
Are you okay?
You're happy, aren't you, tonight, listening to that?
Oh, absolutely ecstatic.
Tell us more about it then. Were you expecting it to happen? Because there was talk he would go to America. There was talk possibly he'd go to West Ham, but you've managed to get him on the number 10 shirt too.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think most Forest fans thought potentially that he was always bound to go to West Ham, and it was maybe a bit of agent talk that get another Premier League club interested, and then potentially leverage the move to West Ham. But that obviously hasn't worked out that way, and he felt like our project was something that he was interested in, and in a 1 year deal as well. It makes sense for all parties involved. And obviously our last number 10 was our last big signing in João Carvalho. So, he's got boots to fill, but we're so excited to have him, really.
What do you think he'll bring then? Because also you never really see, do you? You never really see transfers and deals for 12 months.
No, I think it's probably based on the fact that, of course, we're a newly promoted club. So, from his perspective, a 1 year contract to help us stay in the division to potentially earn further years, I think would be beneficial to him, and then obviously us as a football club. So I'd expect to see him hit the ground running. He knows the league. He's got over 100 Premier League appearances, obviously many caps for England. So I don't think he'll take time to adjust, and I think I speak for every Forest fan when I'm saying we're excited to see him at the City Ground.
And when you talk about him as well, and what we could see, we saw what he did when he went on loan to West Ham, and he had a successful loan period there. And all the talk or all the suggestion was, that there could be close to him going. It could be close for him to go back there. Do you think maybe there was a chance that he was possibly using Forest to get back there, and it didn't quite work out that way?
Potentially, because obviously he had a very successful time at West Ham, and I think that sort of energised his career a little bit, and it showed what happens when obviously Jesse feels loved at a football club. But I think he's made the right decision, even in a biased way. But Steve Cooper's a fantastic manager. He's a brilliant motivator, and I think he'll really get the best out of Jesse, to be honest with you.
Are you going to give him that love as well? Because Dean Henderson's also gone there as well, and he's the type of player, isn't he, Lingard, that you could need or will need in your fight or battle, should I say, at these early stages to remain in the Premier League next season.
Yeah, of course. I think we've been out of the Premier League for so long. I think people have probably forgotten about our fan base and how passionate we are, and ultimately he is gonna love the fans, and we're going to be behind him every step of the way, like we are with all the new signings, like Henderson, for example. And I think we just give players a home, and especially under Steve Cooper, they feel wanted. I look at Jed Spence last year, we can reinvigorate players' careers, and I think that's huge for Jesse Lingard.
Well, he's your 11th signing of the summer. No one was really expecting it, and looked at it and went, wow. Adam, thank you so much.
No worries.
Good luck for the season. No problem. You take care and enjoy the rest of the season, won't you, when it gets underway?
Thank you very much.
No problem. So Jesse Lingard moving on a 12-month deal, a 1 year contract to Nottingham Forest. We're in the Women's Euros, obviously, at half-time between Germany and Austria, where Germany lead Austria by 1-0. On Friday night, tomorrow night, England will find out their semi-final opponents because Sweden take on Belgium at the Lee Sports Village. And, of course, you can hear full commentary of it on 5 Live Sport from 8 o'clock. Let's speak now to Mia Eriksson, who's a Swedish football journalist. Hello there, Mia.
Hello.
And now, before we come to you on Friday, can we talk to you about last night, England against Spain? You know a lot about Barcelona. You write a lot about Barcelona. You know the Spanish players. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. So, as a spectator, I enjoyed that game a lot.
Did you? Not unhappy with the scoreline then, knowing that because you know the Spanish players so well.
You can see this from many different perspectives, of course, because I obviously want Sweden to go through tomorrow. So not sure that Spain would have been the best fit for Sweden to go up against. So looking at it that way, I'm pretty sure that a game between England and Sweden will be more enjoyable to watch. Not that I'm sure that Sweden will win it, but I mean the football is quite more similar. So,
well, you need to beat Belgium first, and but you are obviously Sweden are the favourites, aren't they, for this one on Friday tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean it's been a lot of talk about favoritism here and there in this Euro. But of course, Sweden is on paper the better team and should win. But I mean, we have had some worries with the COVID within the squad, and we're not even sure that our 2 regular fullbacks will play, Hanna Glas and Jonna Andersson. So, well, let's see what that could mean for Belgium and what it could mean for the Swedish backline.
I've got Jem Beattie alongside me. Jem, what do you think it will mean for Sweden with some of those players who could well be missing?
It's big for sure. I think it's big for sure. I think Sweden will want their full squad to be fully available. So to be missing key players such as fullbacks who've been a big part of their group stages and their game so far, that'll be a big disappointment for them. They want to go into these games full strength, but I'm still sure they've got enough squad depth and enough quality within that team to take on Belgium.
How's the dog, Mia? It sounds quite lively where you are.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Don't
apologise. It's my puppy that terrorized my older ones. She's 4 months.
Oh, what is she?
Yeah, she's just outside the door to this room where I am. So
that's cool.
And now it's becoming a bit cooler in the evening, so she.
That's no problem. But back to the football. We like the dog. A semi-final, you sound pretty excited about that, against England is up for grabs. How big of a motivation will that be for Sweden?
I think it's a big motivation for every team that goes up against the hosts, obviously. So that would pretty much be the biggest match for Sweden in this tournament. So, I mean, I'm excited to see it if it happens, of course. But I mean, among the Swedish media, we're like, I mean, it would be a big game. I mean, England versus Sweden at Bramall Lane. What could be better than that?
Do you think your dog will like it, your puppy?
I'm not sure.
Well, Mia, thank you very much for joining us. Mia Eriksson there, looking ahead to Sweden against Belgium. One of those 2 teams will face England, but the players are back out at the Brentford Community Stadium. Germany leading Austria by 1-0. Let's take you back there with our commentary team of Anita Asante and Pien Meulenstein.
Thank you very much, Jules. Almost right on cue because the players are ready to get underway in the second half. It will be Germany who will get us started in the second half, and away we go. Germany, the team leading by 1-0 thanks to that goal from Lena Magull. 25 minutes into the first half to break the deadlock. There was chances at both ends in the first half, and straight away Germany looking to create something, and it was an early chance as well. And what a strike it was from Gwyn, just off the post again. They've only been playing 20 seconds in this second half, and already Julia Gwyn with a fantastic opportunity.
Well, Germany have definitely come out firing. I think that halftime talk must have boosted them, because they've directly got into this Austrian defence and got a shot off, firing that warning shot to Austria.
Well, early encouraging signs for Germany. Julia Gwynn, who has been such an important player for Germany, that right back position, she's played every game at right back the last 3 group games, has done exactly the same thing today, and she's already had that big chance 20 seconds into the second half. What a start that would be, especially if you could double your lead. Is that what is so important for a team like Germany now, just to get a real grip on this game, because it could go either way still?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Austria probably arguably had the stronger start to the first half, and now Germany want to impart their impression on this game and get off to a good comfortable lead that will just allow them to take that pressure off and coast through this game.
So it's a throw-in for Germany in the German half, almost close to the halfway line on that far side, and the ball's gone straight back to the keeper, Merle Froms, who, I guess that is probably one of the biggest things that biggest parts of competition for Germany is in goal, because they've got Merle Froms, who is the #1 goalkeeper for them, but they've also got Almut Schultz, who is a really, really big player in Germany, Wolfsburg goalkeeper, moving to the USA actually after the Euros, and then they've also got Ann-Katrin Berger, who of course plays her football in the Women's Super League. So that is a big place of competition.
Well, it's a good problem for Martina Voss-Tecklenburg to have. 3 very, very good goalkeepers, 2 of which are extremely experienced, and Ann-Katrin Berger, who we know very well, is an unbelievable talent and quality goalkeeper for Chelsea. A true leader as well. Hasn't got as much experience on the international level, but definitely a player that the manager knows she can rely on.
As I was saying, Almut Schultz moving to USA, actually moving to Angel City. It was announced back in January she was going to leave Wolfsburg. It was quite a good send-off really for her, domestic double. Didn't quite get there though in the Champions League. They did get very far in that competition, the Champions League, which is where a lot of players in this German side have been showcasing their talents. The ball on this left side with Rauch. Rauch playing it forward. That was Clara Bull, who does really well to keep hold of the ball. She gets away from Wienreuter, cuts inside the box as well. Clara Bull keeps on going, looking to press it through, still not cleared away, and then eventually Austria able to get the ball away. But again, danger signs coming in from Germany. They've got the ball back again, and Oberdorf decides to go from distance, and it was easy enough for Zinsberger to clasp it into her hands.
Well, Clara Bull, what an exciting player she is. You know, playing on the left side of the front 3, the way she drives at players 1v1, so hard to stop when she's in that flow. Doesn't even hesitate. First thought, can I get myself on the ball in the box?
Well, it needed a big clearance, and that clearance came from Barbara Dunst for Austria to get it away, because there were so many players for Germany ready just to take that opportunity to strike and get it into the back of the net. They have started the better of the 2 teams in this second half. Germany leading by a goal to 0. 4 minutes played in the second half. And now ball out of the back with Hegering. It's been a relatively clean game so far, just the 1 yellow card going to Hanshaw, but here come Germany once again, looking for the edge of the area, and it's found Bull. Bull, who keeps on running, and she's being crowded out though, back out to Bull on the edge of the box, and this time Austria able to deal with that as Hickelsberger Fuller keeps hold of this, just tries to get that ball away from Bull. It's still not gone out of play actually, it looked like it was going for a throw, and eventually it has just trickled out, just couldn't keep it in, Germany, and it will be a German throw.
That ball from Hegering into Darbritz was an absolute delight, just splits the whole midfield with 1 pass. And I think you can see now that the Austrians, maybe they're tiring a little bit, because this is where they were so secure, they were so solid in those central areas in the first half, and now those gaps are starting to open up.
Well, the 2 teams have only met twice previously, with friendly games, Germany winning both games, but incredibly 10 goals scored across those 2 games. So they do have a tendency to score goals against each other. It's Rauch who has this ball on the left side, looking to cross it in. There's a chance for Hoot to try and take a shot. She turned and it was blocked. Back out it goes to Oberdorf, and her shot was dragged wide.
Germany just starting to ramp up the pressure now. They're getting down the left-hand side, trying to find those deliveries into the box, and who's on the edge trying to capitalise. Oberdorf firing her shot wide, but this is where Austria have to be wary now and just make sure they regroup, reset, try and get some possession in this game.
When you look at the ages of the Germany team, there are so many experienced players, but there's also those youngsters coming through with the likes of Lena Oberdorf, Clara Bull, just 21 years old, Julia Gwynn, just 23, and then you've got the likes of Alex Pop, 31, Svenja Hoot, 31. What does that do to you as a player when you've got players that are older and wiser and have had this experience before, and you've got those youngsters with all that energy to bring into the side?
Well, it's a great blend of players, you know, in terms of experience, but also you've got the leaders in the team who have been there, done that, will able to help the young players manage the game as well.
Zadrazil with the ball forward. This is a bit of space opening up. Hickelsberg Fuller was there. She just couldn't quite get the shot away because Froms for Germany, the goalkeeper, came out, anticipated it, and it was good goalkeeping in the end. But that was signs of encouragement for Austria in the second half.
Much better from Austria, able to find Zadrazil in the pocket. She's able to drive through and find that slide ball in behind the back line early. And this is what Austria need to do. Can they play forward quickly and get numbers up the pitch?
Well, Zadrazil has it back again in the centre of the pitch into Germany's half. She couldn't quite do the same thing that she did only moments ago and slice it across to Hickelsberg Fuller, who was in a bit of space. Germany have the ball back in their possession, and it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Froms, who couldn't quite get the kick away because it was blocked by Bieler. And on the rebound, there's an opportunity for Dunst to take a shot. Oh, off the crossbar. How close was that? From distance, it was way from distance as well, and Barbara Dunst can't quite believe that didn't go in. She still gets cheered from her players. What a chance that was. She just saw some space. She saw Froms off her line and took the chance, and so close off the crossbar.
Wow, the absolute audacity to take that strike from that distance and try and catch Froms unawares. But this is good from Austria, so much more positive.
But now Clara Bull on the other end, looking to create something of their own. Germany. They will be relieved that that goal stayed out for Austria, because they currently lead Germany 1-0 thanks to that goal from Lena Magul. But it's just moments like that, moments for Austria that they need. They've already hit the woodwork twice in this game.
Well, this is where I feel Austria have much more success, is when they can get higher at the pitch. They got more bodies around those individual players in this German defence, and they're aggressive in their pressure. They force errors like that, as we were able to see with Froms in that clearance.
Here's Hendrich at the back for Germany, playing it into Austria's half. Pop just playing it nicely forward, but she tripped there. Looked like Julia Gwynn might have just been tripped, but the referee says play on.
German players are absolutely incensed. They think it's a foul. It's really hard to see from our angle, but it looks like she potentially did get caught, but not intentionally. She was running through into the box. No, I think Rebecca Welsh made the right decision on that.
Oh, Julia Gwynn couldn't quite believe it. Should see the expression on her face. Was straight over to the referee, Rebecca Welsh, but play goes on, and now Germany have the ball back in their possession, and it's Julia Gwynn who just plays it along that right-hand side. Lena Magul now, goal scorer of the opening goal for Germany. They've played 10 minutes of the second half. Had chances at both ends, and again, Austria hitting the woodwork. Barbara Dunst with a long-range effort, who just looping over. Clara Bull holds on to this on the edge of the box, looking to take a shot. It was blocked well by Wenninger. And Hickelsberger Fuller, who was just trying to drive forward, wasn't being allowed to do that because clearly Rauch right in the way.
Well, Clara Bull has a bullet of a strike, as we know, but the Austrian defence is doing really well just to get numbers behind the ball and make those blocks and those last-ditch defensive blocks in and around their box.
And Clara Bull scored 3 minutes into that 2-0 win against Spain on match day 2, which was inevitably one of the most important wins that they did in the group stages. meant they could play their last game, having already got through to this quarter-final stage. Group winners in Group B, but it's a throw-in now for Austria, halfway into Germany's half. It will be Rienreuter to take it on this near right-hand side for Austria. Laura Rienreuter, who signed for Arsenal halfway through the season last season. And that's a nice flick on to Nicole Biller, who's able to put it into the box, but it was well defended in the end by Hegering. Just spotted Nicole Biller as she tried to cut inside.
Looked like another set piece works on the training ground. A simple throw in with the flick on for Biller to run onto into the 18-yard box. Puts the defence of Germany under pressure and wins the corner.
So Marina Hanshaw will take this corner for Austria. The Austrian fans cheering her on because she's on this near side where all of the fans are waiting. Hanshaw with the corner in. It was a good delivery, punched away by Frums. Back out it goes to Puntigam on the edge of the box. Puntigam again! Off the woodwork again! Can you believe it from Austria? They are getting the chances. They are hitting them as cleanly as they possibly can, but they just can't find the back of the net. Puntigam with a shot off the woodwork again.
It's great effort from Puntigam. Goes with her left foot initially. Ball ricochets back out, gets on her right foot, hits the woodwork. This is exactly the kind of pressure that Austria need to put on this German side.
So another corner coming in from Hanshaw. It's headed up, and this time headed away by Germany. Back in it goes, overhead kick this was by Georgieva. Quite an acrobatic chance really from her to try and get it back into space, but really encouraging signs from Austria, although if they do not score in this game, they will really be scratching their heads as how 3 times they've hit the post, and there were really good chances too.
They just need a bit of the rub of the green at the moment, but you can feel the Austrian supporters really getting behind them, getting lifted with these opportunities.
Magul just tried a little bit of trickery on the halfway line to pass it over to Svenja Hutter, was waiting just behind her. Didn't quite work out. Austria have the ball back. Zinsberger playing it through to Georgieva, and now there's a bit of space opening up. Biller was trying to run into it, as was Feiersinger. And really this game has really ebbed and flowed. It's been in Germany's half, it's been in Austria's half, but at the moment the encouraging signs are coming all the way through for Austria.
Yeah, well, this is a positive reaction from Austria after going a goal behind, that they really, and after Germany putting on that initial pressure to the start of the second half, they're starting to get forward, get numbers forward, put some pressure on this German defence, win some corners.
I've just watched the replay back of that Sarah Puntingham chance which hit the post, and I think every single player, even the German players, couldn't believe that didn't go in. And that is a foul there from Debritz. And Sarah Debritz gets a yellow card. Foul on to Hickelsberger Fuller as she was making her way into the area. And this is a free kick for Austria.
Yeah, it's a clever foul there from Debritz. She knew that Hickelsberger Fuller was going to get away from her and just nudged her shoulder to shoulder, brings her down to the ground. It was an important foul for her to make for a team, because she would have been away there, and who knows what possibilities would have been for Austria.
Well, free kick about halfway from the 6-yard box, outside of the area, adjacent to the 6-yard box, but it will be Marina Hanshaw to swing this one in. There's plenty of players waiting for Austria. Nicole Biller, one of them, who's particularly bouncing up on her feet, ready to get this, as is Wenninger as well. Both players in the area. Hanshaw with the delivery and looking for that back post. Georgieva was arriving, but it was already out of play by the time it reached her.
Yeah, slightly heavy overhit delivery from Hanshaw there, but you could see what she was trying to do, whip that in-swinger towards the goal, and that's so difficult to defend normally as a defender, because you have to backtrack onto your goal line, but it just goes out for a goal kick.
Georgieva has it at the back for Austria on the halfway line at the far side. Now Austria looking to come forward again, ball playing through. Zadrazil's asking for it. It's Biller who has to keep it up. Feiersinger as well, getting crowded out by 2 German players, and in the end Germany get the foul as Feiersinger just couldn't control that ball. Had 2 players, specifically Julia Gwynn, who was right on top of it.
Yeah, good passage of play there again from Austria, getting between the lines, finding those passes, but they've got to play quick once they get into this defensive third of Germany, because they don't give you time. Can they find that slide ball in behind this back line?
Gwyn back to her keeper, Nela Froms. Froms over the top, but in the end there was a bit of a wasted kick because it went straight to the back four of Austria and they were able to deal with it, but now they've got it back. Rauch with the ball forward, looking for Clara Bull. And this ball just can't quite keep hold of it. Now it's an opportunity for Hickelsberger Fuller to come forward. And just seems to be a bit of ping-pong football at the moment. It's going to Germany, it's going back to Austria.
Austria, you can see they're just sitting back into their defensive shape, trying to reset, wait for the right moments to press and win the ball back.
Now are gone here at Brentford Community Stadium. Germany 1, Austria 0. And this could be an opportunity though for Austria as they try and come in, but it was well spotted by Henrich, who just put off Barbara Dunst, just closed her down, wasn't letting her through. We can see in our screens Germany ready to make some changes. Lena Ladwein, one of them, who is getting ready to come on.
You can just see that the German players trying to calm each other down, some body language just to diffuse some of this pressure. Shows that Austria are doing the right things on the pitch at the moment.
And we're also getting ready Linda Dahlmann. I think they're pretty much ready to take these players. We'll have to wait and see who it will be to replace those two on the pitch. Henrich plays it back to Magul. And as we say this, there is a nice Mexican wave going around the stadium, which to this day, every single game I've done, they haven't failed to do a Mexican wave, which has sort of been the joy of this tournament. Every fan, and it's just reached us, the Mexican wave, as it makes its way around the stadium. Henrich with the ball to her feet for Germany, plays it over the halfway line, and Magul picks this up. Magul on the right-hand side, just looking for a bit of options to play it forward. And in the end, the ball was too much for Svenja Hoot to chase down.
Yeah, what Austria have done really well in that situation when Magul picks the ball up on the right-hand side is just to swarm her. They double up 2 players, forcing her into that long pass that she overplays. I think Austria look good when they get into high-pressured situations against Germany. Force them to turn over the ball.
Well, they've made the changes, Germany, or they are making them right now, and it will be Linda Dahlmann to replace the goal scorer. Lena Magul scored Germany's opening goal of this game, broken the deadlock 25 minutes into the first half. She's replaced by Linda Dahlmann. And Lena Ladwein, the other player to come on for Sara Dabritz. Expect those changes?
I suppose I don't think I did. I think this game is still relatively open. Austria have still shown that they're a threat, but it appears that the German manager probably wants to rest some of those players and is already looking ahead to the next game.
Well, you can see the 2 players that have been taken off, Lena Magul and Sara Dabritz, just getting some handshakes from the rest of their colleagues. Their job is done for the evening, and Lena Magul will be pleased with the effort that she's put in, and that was almost dangerous from Zinsberger. She was taking a goal kick. Alex Popp was stood right in the way as she was taking that. The rebound came in, but Zinsberger able to re-control that and just gather her thoughts again.
Alex Popp was definitely not expecting that. Almost reminded me of the Ellen White moment against Spain in the early moments of that game.
That's Germany coming forward. Gwyn playing it back to Hoot. Hoot on the far side, just back over the halfway line and back to a centre-back pairing of Hendrich and Heggering. A little bit of a sloppy pass from Heggering back to a keeper, but From's able to deal with it despite 2 Austrian players really putting the pressure on. Ladwein, who is the change for Dabritz. The ball on the halfway line. It's a little bit congested now in midfield between both players. Just both teams looking to play it out. Dahlmann through to Ladwein. Ladwein finds Hegering, who plays it back to a keeper, Frums, who's quite far out of her area, but she's got a bit of time because Hendrik is there. And it looks a little bit comfortable now for Germany as they just get themselves and regather their thoughts after quite a bit of pressure from Austria in the second half.
Yeah, and I think Martina Voss-Tecklenburg wants to get another goal. She's brought in Dahlmann, who scored against Finland. She's still confident in this German front line that they can create on this Austrian defence, even late into the second half.
Well, both Ladbein and Dahlmann started in that game as the cross come in, and there's the header as well from Pop. She couldn't direct it onto target, it just gets away. The ball is still in play though, goes all the way to the other side, and it will be picked up by Hickelsberger Fuller, who's just getting pushed that away perhaps by Rauch. Rauch wants a corner, but Hickelsberger Fuller doesn't want to let that happen. And in the end, it actually is a German throw-in. Rauch in the end did well to get that back in their possession. A little bit of a tussle between the two players.
Pop would have been disappointed with that earlier chance. It's usually what she's so good at in the box, especially in those, as an aerial threat.
Feiersinger and Clara Buhl both just colliding with each other. Oberdorf as well involved in that. Clara Buhl and Feiersinger, the two who got involved. But whilst we've got this little bit of a break in play, let's have a look and hear back about the cricket.
Well, England are 92 for 4. They need just another 20 runs to win from 8 overs. Sophia Dunkley has gone. She's gone for 59 from 39 balls. It was a scintillating innings with 3 sixes and 5 fours. But England are cruising to victory. Their captain Heather Knight is there, and if they do win this, they will be confirmed as winners of this series. 92 for 4. They need 20 from 8 overs.
Dan Norcross, thank you very much. He's watching England taking on South Africa in the first women's T20 at Chelmsford. We'll keep you up to date with the scores of that one. Let's have a look at the Rugby League then. Leeds Rhinos hosting Wigan Warriors in the Super League. Matt Newsom is there.
Yeah, Leeds 30, Wigan 12. We've just had a try from Jake Bibby, which has probably come at the right time for Wigan if they're going to get something out of this game. Harry Newman had earlier added to the Leeds lead. They look the side in control, but Wigan are always dangerous. Wigan trail this one, 30 points to 12. Leeds in front.
Thank you, Matt. We've got the ball at the back. Germany leading by a goal to 0. Almost reaching that 70-minute mark. And Austria are trying everything they can to try and find an equaliser. Zadrazil at the back, playing it forward. Here's Hickelsberger Fuller looking to cross it in. It skipped away from 3 of those Germany white shirts. Almost found Nicole Bieler, who was waiting in the area. Germany able to deal with that well.
Again, another positive passage of play from Austria. Zadrazil finding Hickelsberger on the flank, and this is positive play, and it all started from high pressurising from this front three of Austria.
Long ball over the top, looking for that pacey run of Dahlmann, who's coming in here for Germany. Well, Dahlmann spotted her chance, went over the top of Zinsberger, and that was a long ball. It was just flicked on. Was it offside? No, she just couldn't quite find the target. But again, Austria, these are the times when Germany can be so lethal.
Yeah, Veninger gets beat on that header there, and you really can't afford to get beat with one ball in behind like that. And Dahlmann really will be upset that she missed the target. She really should have scored in that situation.
Well, Dahlmann was one of the players that started in that last game against Finland. It's on the left side of midfield for that, and Austria are readying a couple of players on their own as well, looking to make some changes. But really, it has been such a tight game, and I guess that's one of the things, wasn't it, when we were speaking to the two football journalists, the German football journalist and the Austrian one as well. They were both expecting a tight game, and we've definitely seen that. All over the top. Left it for Clara Buhl on this left side as she tries to play the ball into the box. Back out it goes to Dahlmann, who's just flicking it over. Latwine was in the area too, but Austria don't look too concerned with that, and it's back on the halfway line with Rauch on the left side, who plays it back to Hendrik. Hensley just getting away on Fire Singer and Nicole Bieler, the two players who were starting to put the pressure on the two centre-backs of Germany. And that loose pass there, Clara Bull can't keep hold of it.
Germany are just finding different ways to break this Austrian defence. The two centre-backs driving out with the ball into midfield areas, finding the gaps now, slipping balls out into wide areas for their wide forwards. Bull, Dahlmann, really effective play from them at the moment.
Well, I can tell you that Austria are getting ready to bring on Katharina Naschenbang, who missed the last game due to illness. They'll be pleased to have her back, of course. Scored that second goal against Northern Ireland in the 88th minute. What a player she is as well, down the wings for Austria.
Such an important player and has been so influential in all their group, most of their group games in this tournament, always getting up the flanks, delivering quality boxes in the final third, and her link-up play with Zadrazil and Bieler has been particularly impressive.
Well, Katharina Naschenbang is coming on to replace Julia Hickelsberger-Fuller, who I have to say has been one of the most lively players of the Austria side.
Yeah, she really has, and she's caused a lot of problems for this German defence throughout this game. But I guess it's a case now of getting some fresh legs on here as well.
Back out it goes, the shot comes in. Right at the back, the chance was coming in there from Dahlmann. She's been really lively since she's come up. She's found an area on the edge of the box, took her opportunity, just couldn't quite find the target. But again, these are moments that Austria need to be aware of. When Germany find themselves in a bit of space, they are going to take their opportunities.
Yeah, and Dahlmann looks very hungry right now. She's everywhere in around that 18-yard box trying to capitalise and find these opportunities to create and score. The Austrian defence and midfield need to tighten up those gaps a little bit more now as this game opens up.
Ball at the back over the top from Hegering, and now they can try and place this forward. Germany, but they can't because Puntingham was in the way for Austria. She sent the ball into space for Nicole Bieler to try and chase down. And as she does that, she found the feet of Merle Frums, the German goalkeeper. Really, this game has had moments and spells of pressure at both ends. Austria hitting the post 3 times in this game. All from different chances and different opportunities. It's Naschenbang who tried to get the ball back, but Germany have got it on the right-hand side, looking to cut it into the box. It was well defended in the end by Georgieva, because both Alex Popp was arriving and so was Clara Bull.
Yeah, good defending from Austria in the box there. I've come up against Alexandra Popp a number of times in my career, and she's such a threat in the air in the box. Actually put up my team out of a quarter-finals Champions League with 2 headers. So this German defence has to be really tight to her.
Well, the cheers you can hear there as the attendance has just been announced. 16,025 spectators inside this stadium here today. Another great turnout at Euro 22. We await the German corner on the far side. Germany looking to extend their lead. They currently lead by a goal to 0, and the referee just pauses it there as she has to have a word with a couple of the players inside the box, making sure there's no infringements on play. She's actually speaking to Puntingham and Oberdorf, the 2 players involved in a bit of a tussle in the middle of the area as they tried to both one score and the other one get it away. And now we're ready for this Germany corner, right into the corner where all of the German fans are, with their big Germany flags waving around as the cross comes in. The header's there as well, but it couldn't quite find the target. They've got it still in play here with Rauch. Rauch just trying to get through and being closed down well by the 2 Austrian players, and in the end it is a free kick to Austria because Rauch got the foul there.
Yeah, Rauch leaving a bit on. I think Veninger in that situation got a bit frustrated as she tried to win that ball back, but an easy call, and it's a foul for Austria.
Just a couple of yards away from the byline, and it's taken by Veninger. Give me an opportunity to tell you what's coming up next on 5 Live after us. from 10 o'clock tonight, depending on what happens really in this game. If we go to extra time, it obviously will go on longer. Whenever this finishes, Jenny Gow and the 5 Live Formula 1 team will look ahead to the French Grand Prix. Coverage continues across the weekend with build-up of the race itself on 5 Live. That's on Sunday from 2 o'clock. That's what we've got to look forward to coming up across 5 Live. But right now we're watching Germany against Austria. Germany leading in the quarterfinals of Euro 22. 15 minutes to go until full time. 15 minutes for Germany to hold out. 15 minutes though for Austria to see if they can find themselves an equaliser and get themselves level in this game. It has had opportunities at both ends, but Germany the one who was able to take it. That one chance that they had in the first half, that big chance from Lena McGould, and it was taken perfectly. They've got it with Feiersinger, back to punting him on the halfway line for Austria, just playing it through, looking for that fast pacey run coming forward. It's not cleared well away. It's on the edge of the box now with Feiersinger for Austria, plays it back. Puntigam is there. She couldn't find the pass on to Narschenweng, who was waiting on the left side, and now is an opportunity for Germany to try and break. It's Hoot on the right side. Back over to Dahlmann, still alive here. Pop plays it back to Hoot, who looks to cross it into the box. Hoot with the cross in, it's a long one as well. Oh, Zinsberger with a great save. Still not cleared away though, and eventually Austria can get it away. It needed the save from Zinsberger. Oberdorf with a long-range effort, punched away by Zinsberger. They are hammering the goal here, Germany, and it's still alive here, but eventually the flag goes up and play will be stopped.
End-to-end stuff here now. Game's really opening up. Germany amplifying this pressure as well with some quality play in the final third. That illustrious strike from Oberdorf. She has so much power, and when she finds time and space, she's always a threat. And you can see that the Austrian defence, they're starting to drop low into that 6-yard box, which is just allowing space around the penalty spot for the German players to follow up the second phase of play.
Well, Alex Popp, as she was going for that goal, absolutely clattered into the back of the netting. Here's an opportunity for Clara Ball! Off the crossbar. Well, the woodwork of the goals are getting absolutely hammered tonight. Clara Ball with a fantastic effort from distance, long range effort as well. What a hit that was. Cut inside, got away from 2 Austrian defenders, took her opportunity, and off the crossbar it went.
Well, they're all having a go now, Peen, I think. Ball on the edge of the box again there, but it's great to see players having the confidence to take shots from distance as well. And Austria, if they want to get back into this game, they've got to be careful now not to turn over balls in and around their box.
I think there's a magnet putting the ball away from the goal, because it seems like the chances that these teams are getting, and the fact that it just keeps 4 times now in the game, it's hit the woodwork, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game now. It's really opening up. Both teams really going for it. Austria trying to find a way back in and find that equaliser.
They obviously play the crossbar challenge quite a lot in training, don't they? They're brilliant at that. They won't care about that. They need to find goals. Austria getting ready to make another change. Mia Holbinger. I'm just re-watching that strike from Clara Bull, and you said it, Anita, she can hit them, and what a hit that was as well. It was so strong.
So much power. She slices across that ball, it swerves to the crossbar, hits the crossbar. Germany finding lots of opportunities like that now. Austria's got to find a way to get back into this game, put some more pressure, perhaps turn this German defence, get them running back towards their own goal, just so they can get players up the pitch.
Well, the German flags are waving around the stadium. We can see it in the left-hand side from where we are sat. They're quite big flags as well, just showing their support to their team, who are currently leading by a 0-0. 10 minutes to go in this quarter-final. 10 minutes for Germany to hold on, and 10 minutes for Austria to try and find an equaliser. Well, it could go either way, because we've had chances at both ends. Germany only moments ago hitting the woodwork, which denied them a second goal, but they've got a bit of space opening up here, and it's Pop who goes from distance this time. The
Confidence is coursing through this German side, taking these long-range efforts from distance. Pop this time, earlier ball.
Well, changes being made. Sarah Puntigan, one of the players who hit the crossbar in the second half, is being replaced by Marie-Therese Hubinger. And both Austria and Germany now making 2 changes in this game. Just 10 minutes to go, and it really is a tight and nervy affair because it could go either way. I mean, we saw it, didn't we, in the game yesterday, Spain leading by 1-0, and that all changed right at the end.
Well, we were told it would be a tight game, and it's certainly been that. I think now you're seeing this Austrian defence getting a little bit exposed with this ball over the top. They've got to be mindful of that space, but they've also got to try and get numbers up closer to Bieler, closer to Naschenweng, put some pressure on this German defence as well.
Germany are readying Jule Brandt, the 19-year-old, who is waiting on the sidelines, ready to make her appearance for the final few minutes in this game. Just 19 years old. What an experience this is. This is good work from Latvan, who's found the ball through. Looking there. This could be, oh, how did she miss that? How on earth did Clara Bull miss that? It was put on a plate for her, right in front of goal, Clara Bull, and she puts the ball wide.
I would have put money on my house for her to score that goal. There was no way that I thought in this moment she would miss this opportunity. It was literally put on a plate for her, a simple tap in, and that's 2-0, and Germany are comfortably seeing this game out. An opportunity missed, but an opportunity for Austria to stay in this game and find a way back.
Well, that was her final involvement in the game, Clara Bull, because she's just been replaced by Jule Brandt. It's not really the way, is it, that you want to be replaced after just missing a huge opportunity, and she can't make up for it now.
Definitely not. I'm sure she'll be hoping that everyone forgets about that moment and quickly moves on in this game. The camera is on her at the moment, we can see her, and she probably thinking, how on earth did she not score that? That was a huge chance, literally an open goal, and she couldn't get it into the back of the net and get a second goal. Germany still lead though by 1-0. 7 minutes to go until we reach 90. Here on 5 Live, former England international Anita Asante alongside me in this hugely tight, interesting game. Quarter-final of the Euro 22. Let's head back to the cricket and the T20 and speak to Emily Windsor and get an update on what's happening there.
Yep, England have won by 6 wickets. Earlier, England restricted South Africa to 111 for 9. Brunt with the 4 wickets. Then Sophia Dunkley put on a show here with a 59 off 39 balls. And the England captain, Heather Knight and Amy Jones, saw them home for a 6-wicket win. They have now won the multi-format series with 2 games to play later this week.
Let's go straight over to the Super League as well. Matt Newsom can give us the latest on Leeds Rhinos against Wigan Warriors.
Yeah, this game is all but over. 7.5 to go, and it's Leeds 36, Wigan at 12. They just haven't hit their straps. Leeds haven't let them. A raucous Headingley. It's been electric here tonight. So have the Rhinos been. Their playoff push gets a huge boost. Wigan won't go top tonight.
Matt, thank you. It's also been electric here because it's currently Germany who lead by 1-0. But we've had chances at both ends, and we've just seen a yellow card coming in there for Barbara Dunst as the challenge came in onto Jule Brandt, who's only been on the pitch only a couple of minutes. And Barbara Dunst with a yellow card.
Yeah, Barbara Dunst committing the foul. She knew that Jule Brandt had just got the beating of her and behind that space in the midfield there. Had to give her teammates a chance to get back and reset their shape.
Sadensil at the back finds Winreuter, who plays it through to her goalkeeper Zinsberger, who gets a big kick forward, and it's picked up by Naschenweng. We know how fast she can be on the left side. She's playing it forward to Feiersinger, who just couldn't quite control it, and it goes out for a Germany throw. Germany ready to make another, Austria, apologies, ready to make another change. Lisa Makas is coming on, and as we wait to see the board, It will be Nicole Bieler to be replaced. Nicole Bieler, who's actually been relatively quiet in this game, I've got to say, Anita.
Yeah, it's been a difficult game for her. Obviously, in the system they play in that 4-1-4-1 shape makes it really hard when you can't. She's the focal point, and you can't get balls into her and players around her to support their attacks. A lot of their players come down the sides for Austria.
Sad Brazil in the centre circle, playing at forward. Needing like-for-like change really with Macas and Bieler. Macas will go straight to where Bieler was in that forward role. They put the ball back, Germany, and Oberdorf, who was trying to play it onto the left-hand side, couldn't quite find the pass. Austria took it away, and then Julia Gwyn with the ball forward just to stop that threatening run coming in on the left side for Austria. Austria have it back in their possession at the back though, and it's the captain Wenninger looking to play it forward. Headed away by Gwyn.
Austria just starting to play that longer ball into the front line. 4 players in that German back line, but they're not winning the first contact, which is making it difficult.
Well, Dahlmann thought she was away there in the centre of the field for Germany, but a good block came in from Austria. Germany have it back in their own half though. Here's Heckering, back to Frums. Frums with a big kick forward, and it just was helped along by Oberdorf as she got a little touch to it. And this will be a chase between Brandt and Wienreuter. And it was Brandt who won out, and they get the throw in Germany.
Yeah, good game management now from Germany, just not hesitating, hooking balls forward, trying to get this Austrian fullback. Wienreuter running backwards.
We've just seen a replay again of that Clara Bull chance, and she has got her hands into her head. She's got a smile on her face though, but I think she realised, doesn't she?
She'll know better than anyone that was an opportunity missed, and I'm sure the players on the bench are having a good giggle with her as well.
She just couldn't get a strike away, could she? Just completely mishit it.
She probably would have had a different reaction if they weren't 1-0 up though.
Yeah. Well, still could go either way. 2 minutes to go until we hit the 90 and we find out how much time has been added on. Germany leading by 1-0. That goal coming in the first half by Lena McGull. We've had chances at both ends. It's been a really exciting match actually in this quarter-final, despite the scoreline only being 1-0. It's been so tight. Chances at both ends. But as we said before, we saw it in the game, England against Spain. England had goal down, and all it needed was that 1 goal, thanks to Ella Toon, to get them right back in it and eventually get the win as well in extra time. But there's got a free kick halfway into the Austrian half now, Germany, and it's Rauch who takes it short. This is good play, and Dahlmann tried to get a shot away just outside the area and couldn't quite get a foot right, and it goes way over.
Yeah, a bit of clever trickery there from Germany, playing that ball short instead of long into the box, into Dahlmann, who opts for the long-range shot.
Oh, it's a huge mistake at the back. What has Zinsberger done here? She couldn't get the kick away, and Alex Popp was able to convert it. That is a big, big mistake from Austria and Zinsberger, who was making the goal kick. It rebounded off Alex Popp and into the back of the net, and that is surely Germany's semi-final place sealed. They are leading by 2-0, and it all came from a massive mistake by the Austrian goalkeeper Zinsberger.
Peen, I cannot believe what we've just seen here. That was an unbelievable mistake from Zinsberger and our goal line. You cannot afford to make those kinds of mistakes in a game of this magnitude. I was just saying Austria had still had time to maybe find a way back into this game, and now that opportunity is completely lost in one single horrible moment for the Austrian goalkeeper.
Zinsberger looked calm, cool, collected. Alex Popp running in, timed it perfectly when Zinsberger was just about to release the shot, as she did. Alex Pop was there with the block, and into the back of the net it will go. That is a massive howler from Zinsberger. She will never forget that moment, because that is surely Germany into the semi-finals.
That's comfortably putting them through 100%. I think you've got to be aware when you're in and around your box of the threat, the attacking players lurking around the box waiting for you to roll that ball out of your feet. Cannot afford to make errors like this at this stage in the tournament.
Well, she had to score, didn't she, Alex Pop? She scored in other games, and now Wang this time tries to get the goal in for Austria. She was inside the area. It was quite an acrobatic chance in the end, but she couldn't quite find the target. And as I was saying, we're into 3 minutes of added time, by the way. We've already almost played the first minute. Alex Pop scored in all 3 group matches. She's now scored as well in the quarterfinals. I think she just wants to keep this run going. But that was a massive mistake, and I don't think anyone will ever forget that.
Well, the momentum is definitely with Alexandra Pop in this German side, and Furman, the Austrian manager, I mean, she must be beside herself, because going into added time, she might have thrown more tools to the box in this game and changed it up in the front line potentially, but now she's had to rethink everything.
Brandt with the ball on the halfway line for Germany. You have to feel really for Zinsberger, and almost they've made their own mistake at the back, Germany, because Wang was chasing the ball down. They dealt with it in the end, and they've got control of the ball back, Germany, but Wang was doing exactly what Alexandra Pop did to Zinsberger, just putting the pressure on. But it's one of those things, isn't it? When it happens to you, it's a horrible, horrible feeling, but you've got to be able to get over it, and you've got to refocus and get back into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, she's a professional. Of course, she will manage that moment. And you just got to feel for this Austrian side, because they worked so hard collectively in their pressurising, both in and out of possession. They've really tried to work good opportunities, and it just hasn't happened for them.
And Zinsberger, who is one of the best goalkeepers in the Women's Super League, doesn't let things like that happen often. It's not in her nature, and she will be hugely disappointed with that. It will be a disappointing evening in the end for Austria, because Germany are running the clock down here. Just 30 seconds to go until we've played the 3 added minutes. Ball comes in from Dunst, punched away by Frums. Wang was arriving as well, and they just collided with each other, Frums and Wang, and it's Wang who goes down.
Yeah, Wang had the right to go for the ball. It's a delivery into the box, 50-50. They've both gone for it, but just a coming together, I think, between the goalkeeper, Frums, and Wang. Nothing intentional about that.
Well, the goalkeeper, Frums, is back up, and Wang is back up too. I think Wang might have just been shown a yellow card for that. Yep, she has. Wang with a yellow card. Germany want to make 2 changes. We have played the 3. We're actually 3.5 minutes in now, and they are going to make some changes now, Germany. So Svenja Hoot is coming off. Sydney Lohmann is coming on for the final few minutes of the match, and it was Svenja Hoot who actually tried to make her way over to the touchline, but she's closer to the other side, and the referee quickly told her to get off the closest, the nearest side to her, and so she does, and she gets a big round of applause as well. So Sydney Lohmann is on, and Felicitas Rauch also makes way. And I actually missed who she's come on for. Kleinherner. And with that goes the full-time whistle. It's a huge victory for Germany, who have booked themselves a place into next week's semi-final. It wasn't a comfortable win. There was chances at both ends. Austria hit the post 3 times. They had massive opportunities. The first goal, the opening goal, coming from Lena Magul in the first half. The second goal coming from a mistake at the back by Zinsberger, and it was pounced upon by Alex Pop, who has now scored in every single Euro 22 match that they've played. It's massive celebrations for Germany, who continue their Euro 22 campaign, but it's heartbreak for Austria, who are so disappointed, and they look on their faces as well at full time. They can't believe they're out, but they have shown just what a big nation they are, and a nation to compete with the top sides. And your thoughts on that full time, Anita?
Yeah, I can just feel Austria's pain right now. You know, they really put in such a great effort. They created chances, they hit the woodwork, they tested this German side. But at the end of the day, Germany are clinical and ruthless, and they will capitalise and pounce on any mistake that you make.
Full time here, Germany through to the semi-finals. It's Germany 2, Austria 0.
And Peen and Anita, you can't make those mistakes towards the end of a match against a team like Germany when there is a place in the last four at stake, can you?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's a game of fine margins. This is a knockout phases. Every single moment matters. You've got to make more good decisions than bad ones, obviously. And that mistake was costly for Austria.
And Jen, we were talking throughout this match, we were watching it, we were watching the crossbar, you know, that was being absolutely hammered in the second half, and you kind of felt that Austria were going to sneak an equaliser, didn't you?
I did, especially after half-time. I thought they came out the blocks firing after half-time and had two chances in pretty quick succession as well, and I thought if they nick a goal there and then, it might have been a different game, but I think the Germans kind of switched on to that pretty quickly and the momentum began to switch again. But look, I think the Austrians can be massively proud of that performance. They took the game to the Germans and they bowed right to the end, and it's unfortunate that it ended on a mistake like that from Zinsberger, but heads held high. They've had a great tournament and just missed out towards the end there.
And as you say, it was comfortable for Germany in the end, but they were getting those chances, and as you say, they were making it really uncomfortable for Germany at times.
Yeah, I don't think it was comfortable at all for Germany. You could see they were rattled, especially that spell after half-time, and I think that's what the Austrians can take the most credit for. Like, they weren't in their comfort zone at all throughout that 90 minutes. I think they only probably caught a breath when that second goal went in. I think it was a really tough game for them, and that's full credit to Austria.
And the stats will say, Anita, 4 games in 4 goals, as Peen mentioned, for Alex Pop. But are you giving her that goal tonight?
I think, you know, you've
got to. It was good timing, really.
It was a proper poacher's goal, wasn't it? You know, forward instinct, and they work for those moments as well as strikers, sniffing out, you know, the mistakes and players feeling under pressure, and she capitalised.
And just a word on the crowd as well. The fact that, you know, just over 16,000 were there tonight in Brentford. It was packed though, and the Germany, that match has become the most attended in the Women's Euros so far in the quarter-final that hasn't involved a host nation, and that just goes to show the support that this tournament is getting, and it is galvanising, isn't it?
I mean, it's incredible to see, and it's exactly what we want in the women's game. You know, it's not a host nation match, but this is what I said earlier about the appetite for women's football. It was really here. People want to see top quality players on display on the biggest stage in Europe, and it was a fantastic contest of two sides really competing, and Germany were tested tonight by this Austrian side.
So we know England are through, we know that Germany are through to the last 4, 2 more quarter-finals to go. Which way do you think it's going to go now? They're sort of heads on, you would think, England and Germany to meet in the final, wouldn't you?